Albany Golf Course, you're building out lineups. What specifically are you looking for in order to have a guy beat Scotty Scheffler this week?
One of the challenges with this week, Hero World Challenge, is that you don't know how many guys come to play. And, it's so, I'm sure they're treated like kings there on the island, and it's just lovely. And I'm sure many of them bring their families. And I don't know how serious they're playing. We haven't seen some of these guys play in weeks or months.
Yeah.
And maybe once the tournament starts, there's competitive juices start flowing. But I think that once maybe somebody falls a few shots back, I don't know if they have the drive to continue on to try to compete. I think you'll agree there are 7 holes where they're the big scoring holes. It's kind of a weird course where there are this Ernie Els designed 5 par 5s, 5 par 3s, and the 5 par 5s, and there are 2 short par 4s, 1 drivable, 1 semi-drivable, around 360 or something like that.
Sure.
And last year on those 7 holes, Scotty Scheffler shot 15 under out of his 20 under total. So that's where you're looking guys who can really score on those, especially on the par 5s. There are 5 of them.
The first thing I'm really targeting is approach play, and not so much with a wedge in your hand. I mean, all the guys are good with a wedge in their hand. I think you really got to focus on those 5 par 5s and the 4 par 4s over 470, where these guys are hitting like 65% of their approach shots from over 175 yards. So 200 plus with an iron in your hand is really a place to separate, and those are the guys that you're looking for. Here's a little bit of secret sauce for you. 9 of the top 10 on last year's leaderboard were also in the top 10 for strokes gained around the green. This is grainy island Bermuda, right? Against the grain, into the grain. A lot of these green surfaces, 4,500 square feet isn't the biggest, but they also get smaller because they run off on the sides. They kind of melt the edges away. And another one that most people don't kind of like dig into, but if you could avoid 3-putting this week, these greens are very tiered for as big as they are. And it creates a lot of second putts that are in that 4 to 8 foot range. If you can avoid 3-putting this week and you're great around the greens, I think that you have an advantage and you have a chance to take down Mr. Scheffler.